let's say the final keyword is called the fixed keyword. Okay. And if you can use something like this again, fixed category and average profit. Okay. So what that calculation will do is it will calculate the average profit for each category, and it won't be affected by filters or dimensions. Okay. So basically, include, exclude are tools in Tableau, which are these are keywords in Tableau, okay, which you can use in your expressions. Expressions means while you're trying to create the calculated field, you can use it in your detailed calculations, okay. And it basically allows you to control the visualization with the help of a specific calculated field. So if you don't, let's say you don't have access to per category sales or per subcategory sales, that can only be done when you drag and drop. So only when you drag and drop here, let's say you drag and drop sales in subcategory, you will get that visualization. But I want to keep with me the subcategory by sales, so I can use include subcategory and sales column for sum of sales column. So that is ready with me, and that I can use at any time. So that is the meaning, that is the like the advantage of using include, exclude and fixed in the LOD expressions. Okay. So that is the meaning of that. If you want to understand in depth, like what is the in-depth meaning of, let's say, include and exclude. Okay. So let me try to create a LOD expression which is somewhat similar, but it is using, in one case it should use include, and in another case it should use exclude. Let me see if I can try to plot it. So let me take region wise sample field 5 into the text and sample field 6 into the text column. Okay. So here, if you will see, let me 1 second. Okay. In the first case, I'm including some category of sales, like I'm including category and sum of sales for each category. Okay. So, and in sample field 6, I'm excluding the category and sum of sales, but still it's showing me the same, like same values for both the sample fields 5 and 6 for each region. So basically for each region, it is giving me the sum of sales for the different categories of product, like a sum aggregate of sum of sales for each category of product. Okay. So now why is it giving me the duplicate values? So if I write sum of sales including so I'm getting the same results basically when I use include and exclude on category and sum of sales, and try to plot it against region. Try to plot it against regions. So even I'm stuck here. So let's see if the web can help. Okay, so basically the web is saying that include, and when I'm trying to use include and here my expression is same, but only the include and exclude is different. Only that syntactically only include and exclude is different. Okay, so according to, and I'm getting the same value. So even I'm confused, why is it happening? So the web basically what it's helping is saying that if you are getting the same result, that means the impact of let's say category or sales of category, and the like how different it is in each region is not like it's not very different. It's the context in which you are plotting and you are using the calculated field is not very different. Okay, so that is the meaning of uh, like why are we getting the same or duplicate values. Okay, so I'll bring you more clarity onto this in the next class, because Krishnan is right that like how, like I have to give you proper examples of how it is different and how exactly it is in each context, how differently it will behave. Otherwise, we will not get to know like what is the exact use of include, exclude, and fixed in the case of LOD expressions. So I was just trying to study the distinction between include and exclude. And so if I just take you to Tableau's official documentation regarding LOD expressions, where they have mentioned on like on a similar data they have worked, the superstore data, which is where the default data where through which they work. I'll try to show you how they have explained LOD expressions. How to create, we know, how to use it. Okay, so we know the use of LOD expressions and what is the granularity. Include is the most granular, fixed is the least granular, and all that we have already seen. Now something similar is there in our PPT also. See, they have just plotted region against sum of sales. That is fine. So for each region, they are getting the sum of sales. Now we will create the LOD expression, which is sales per customer. Okay. Now the newly created LOD expression is added to the data pane under the measures to learn more. Okay. Now we will use this LOD expression in the our visualization. So now see, already what is the view? What is the view are having? We are having the view as for each region, what is the sum of sales? Now for each region, this average sales per customer. So what it has done is they have taken sales per customer and they have taken the measure to average. So for each region, if you want to highlight the sales per customer, okay, that is where the use of include LOD expression comes in. So that means along with the region's impact, the region that is central, east, south, and west impact on the sales, it will give me sales per customer value according to the regions. Okay, so that is the meaning of include keyword. So if you go here, see, if we also have similar data. So let's say now I was trying to do something similar on the shipment mode side. Okay, so if I try to plot a bar graph here, it has included all the calculations. I don't want this. Okay, and where is the shipment mode? So what I'm trying to plot here is for not according to the region, but according to the shipment mode. I have taken two calculations. Okay, the two calculations are, where is it? Edit. In one case, I'm taking the sum of sales per subcategory. I'm including it, and in the other case, I'm just using the same one and I'm just excluding it. Okay, see here, include and exclude. The fields are same and the measure is also same. Now, according to the shipment mode, how the value is same, the value should be exactly same, right? But it is giving me different values for the shipment mode itself. So I have the same shipment mode, first class, same day, second class, standard class. So now see here, and for the first class, the average of calculation one gives me 20,000 and the average of calculation two gives me 350. So the calculations are completely different. Okay. In calculation one, I am including the impact of the sum of sales per subcategory region wise. In calculation two, I'm excluding the impact of subcategory on the sum of sales. Okay. So region, currently, what is the dimension I'm using? Okay. So now the dimension I'm currently using is, so the dimension I'm currently using is region. Okay, sorry, shipment mode. Okay, so if I consider shipment mode, so when I use the exclude keyword, it will exclude the impact of the subcategory. field on the sum of sales. So the impact of the subcategory field on the sum of sales will be removed. But whose impact will be added more? Impact of shipment mode will be added more, along with other dimensions which are here. Let us say as order date, product ID, product name, region, okay, segment. But the impact of subcategory will be excluded. So that is the meaning of exclude field. But when I say include field, along with this region, or sorry, along with the shipment mode value, the impact of subcategory will also be added, and then we get the average of calculation one. And that is why if you point your mouse here, average of calculation one is less, because more fields are more fields are included into the impact. So you have your subcategory, you have your shipment. Let's take two here. So you have subcategory, you have shipment mode. In the second case, you're only considering you're not considering subcategory, you're only considering, let's say, shipment mode. And that is why the sum of sales, average of sum of sales in this case is higher. So that is the difference which Tableau's official documentation has provided. So if we go there to study how this works. Now we'll create the LOD expressions now, and we'll use this LOD expression to visualize. Okay. For now we can see both the sum of sales and average sales per customer for each region. Now we can see that in central region, the sales totaled approximately 500,000 with an average sales for each customer. The sale for each customer is basically the calculated field using LOD, and we are using the average there being approximately 800 US dollars. Okay. Now, this is an example on how to create a quick LOD expression, and this is the syntax of quick LOD expression. Now see here, include level of details, compute values using the specified dimensions in addition to whatever dimensions are in the view. So in our case, if we go to our case, what are the dimensions in the view? The dimensions in the view is shipment mode. So include will study, if you go back and now try to see what this is. Include level of detail expression, compute values using specified dimensions in addition to what. So what are the dimension in my view? Shipment mode. Along with that, it will use the subcategory to compute the value of average sales per subcategory. Okay. And they are most useful when including a dimension that isn't in the view. So if we have something which is not in the view and we want to work with that, so we don't have subcategory in the view, we don't have subcategory, we don't have profit or sales per subcategory, so we want to use that, then we'll use include expression. Okay. Now the next thing is exclude expression. Exclude level of details expressions explicitly remove the dimensions from the expression, that is they subtract the dimension from the view level of detail. Okay. And useful for eliminating a dimension in the view. So let's say we are working with shipment mode and we don't want to study the impact of shipment mode itself on the subcategory sales, then we can use the exclude keyword. Okay. Let's say now we have seen the impact of, we were using the same fields for studying the impact of we were trying to study on the same field, right? Now let me change calculation to, okay, I will change calculation to, since we are working with shipment cost, we will remove the shipment mode. Okay. And then we'll see what is the ship mode. Okay. Now see, when I have removed the impact of shipment mode, the average calculation for average of sales for each of the subcategories has become equal, because the shipment mode is not impacting at all the values inside the average of sales per subcategory. So that means in each of these in each of the regions, the average of the sales per subcategory is same. Now let's say if I remove it from average to sum, still I'm getting the same value, because for now, according to exclude expression, what it has done is I'm excluding the view that is already, excluding the field that is already there in my view. So which is the field that is already there in my view? That is the shipment mode. Okay. So I'm excluding the impact of shipment mode on the average of sales per subcategory. And then I get what I get, that in each of these fields, the shipment mode, first class, standard class, second class, and same day, I'm getting, what am I getting? I'm getting that the sales per subcategory, average of or sum of sales per subcategory is equal. So that is the meaning of include and exclude according to the official documentation in Tableau, and that is how they behave distinctly. In one case, along with the dimensions which are there in the view, you are also studying the impact of something which is not there in the view, and you want to use it. And according to the exclude keyword, you have something in the view, like the general usage, you have something in the view and you want to eliminate its impact, then you can use the exclude keyword. Or you want to subtract the impact of the one of the fields from the view, then you have to use the exclude keyword. Is it clear till here now? Okay. There is also something called as the fixed keyword, okay, which you basically like, if you try to study the fixed keyword, here also they have given, okay, fixed level of detail expressions compute values using the specified dimensions without reference to the view level of detail, that is regardless of, so whatever is there in the view, if you see in the case of include, you will add it along with the other dimensions in the view. In case of exclude, you will remove it in along with the other dimensions in the view. In case of fixed, you will keep it fixed and you will not care about what are the dimensions which are used in the view. Okay, you will just keep it. So in this case, if this example is fixed region or sum of sales, so even if what, see in my case, if I, let's say if I try to create another calculated field, if I try to create a third calculated field with fixed expression, okay, so what happens is it will not care about what is happening here. Okay, let's say I will do average in all the three cases. Okay, now, so here also the values are same. Now see, average calculation, average of calculation 2 and average of calculation 3 is completely different. Its average is 22 lakh 2,500,000. In this case, in the first case, that is first class, the average of calculation 1 is 20. Average of calculation 2 is 2 million. The average of calculation 3 is 574,000. Okay. Now, same case, same way for the other shipment modes also, there is average of calculation 1, 2, and 3. Now here what happens is that what is the expression for calculation 3? If you go to the expression for calculation 3, you have something like this: fixed region and sum of sales. Now what is the impact of this? That whatever is the sub dimension used here, I have used two calculated dimensions, two calculated measures, which is basically average of let's say calculation 1 and calculation 2. But and we have also used shipment mode as my dimension. But when I say fixed region, it will not consider any other thing for the sum of sales, only the value of the region. So irrespective of whatever there is there in my view, in this is my view. So whatever is there in my view, irrespective of that, I will use this region and sum of sales. So whatever region wise sum of sales I'll get, I will split it according to the shipment mode. So for in first class, what is the sum of region of sales? For what is the sum of each region sales? Then in same way for all the other shipment mode. So irrespective of what is happening inside the view, this will calculate only for the region wise sum of sales and then group it according to the different shipment modes. So that is the difference between all the three subcategory, all the three categories of LOD expressions: include, exclude, and fixed. Okay. In one case, I'll add it along with the other dimensions in view. In one case, you remove it with respect to other dimensions in the view. And in the third case, you do not care about what is there in the view. You want to study only a single impact. And in that case, you will use the fixed keyword. So that is the impact of all these three LOD expressions and how they can be used.